And I'm gonna sneeze. I needed a drink. We're straight. Well, kind of. Hello, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Liv and I make bookish videos, or I try to make bookish videos anyway. Today we are going to be talking about January. I'm going to be doing a January wrap-up. Now this is a wrap-up of all the books I've read, books I've hauled, how my TBR went or didn't go, and just general reading wrap-ups. I think it's going to be quite a short one. Right, so start off with my TBR. I had, where are they? I had these books to read, these 6 books here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 books to read. This was my TBR. Out of all of them, I read 2 and I DNF'd 1. So it was a good month. I obviously finished reading Vampire Academy, and that is part of the read along that I'm doing, and I loved it. I still enjoyed it so much. It came out as a 5-star for me. Honestly, if you haven't read it, please read it. It's such a good book. The other book I read was Finale. I finally finished the Caraval trilogy. Loved it so much. 5-star. Honestly, such a good book. The ending, I will say, was a little bit not disappointing for me, but I feel like 2 characters got the happily ever after and the other 2 to me was unsatisfying. I didn't feel like they had the ending that I would have liked them to have had. I understand the ending that they had because that was the type of characters that they were, but I still feel like they could have had a better ending. If you read it, you know. If you don't, go read it, please. So yes, 5-star, really good book. Now to the DNF. I DNF'd the Bridgerton series, The Duke and I started reading it, didn't really get into it straight away, read about 60 odd pages, then I found out that 2 of the plot points from the TV show were in here, and I didn't like those plot points. Those plot points made me almost want to stop watching the TV show. And so to find out they were in here, I just didn't want to push myself through it. It wasn't captivating me within the first 60 pages, and I don't know, knowing that those plot points were in it, I was like, no, if you want to know what the plot points are, feel free to message me and I can let you know what they are. They are spoilers. But yes, I did DNF this book, which means this book will go in my sell pile, which is a shame because he's on the front cover, but I need to get rid of the book. So that was a DNF. Next up, we have City of Bones. So I have actually read this now. I'm filming this on Sunday, the 6th of February, and I read this on the 1st to the 4th of February. So this does count as a February book, but I have now read it. This book has been read as of the time of filming. It's just going to end up in my February wrap-up. So I'll talk about my feelings and thoughts on that, but I have read this book because the reason why I wanted to mention this, I have 3 unread books. Now these 3 unread books, you'll see I've kept the little tabbies in. So those of you who don't know, I have a TBR game called TBRC, and it's a TBR game that I created, and one of the punishments if I don't manage to roll one of the sets is I have to pull a book from my little tin here. So these 3 are now going to go back into my little pot here to be possibly picked out in my next TBRC, which should be March's TBRC, because I'm not doing it. It's the beginning of the month, so I don't know if I'm going to be doing a readathon or not, but I'm going to try and do TBRC for March. So 1, 2, 3. And we fold them back up. Move the dice out of the way, and they open, go back in there. So that was my TBR and how my TBR went. I did end up reading, though, in total 6 books in January, because I ended up reading 4 of the Ice Planet Barbarian books. Books 1, 2, 3 and 4. They all got 4-star from me. They're a really nice, smutty little read if you're feeling a little bit naughty. It's really good. And actually, one of the things that I want to do this year is read all 22 books. Wish me luck. So I might read a couple more because they're quite short, easy reads, smutty little books. They'll be really easy for me to read. So I'm gonna try and read 1 at least this month, and then possibly try and fit some into other months. So I did read a total of 6 books. I'm really happy having read 6 books. I managed to read the books that I needed to read, City of Bones being the only one that I sort of read in February, but overall I read the books that I wanted to, needed to. It was, you know, a productive month for me personally. So I'm going into February feeling all rejuvenated and all, yes, I can be reading me. So we'll see how February goes. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was my haul. I picked up 3 books. The first one is House in the Cerulean Sea. I picked this up in Waterstones. It was a book that I wanted to read. I saw it in Waterstones and I picked it up. Same with Gilded and House of the Cerulean Sea. I bought at the same time. I had a gift voucher. I went in and I saw these 2 and I was like, I need to get them. I actually have Gilded as an e-arc on NetGalley that I need to read. So I now have a physical copy. I can't say that I can't read it. There's a physical copy here. I can read this. So yes, those 2 books. And then at the end of the month, I went to Becca's for the weekend and we did a trip to Waterstones. And so I picked up Perfect on Paper by Sophie Gonzalez. I loved Only Mostly Devastated. I'm a little bit annoyed at this. It's one of those fake stickers. It's from a book that I love, so I'm not too worried, but it is a little bit frustrated that they've stuck it on there. But yes, I'm excited to read this one. So they were the only ones that I picked up this month. It was a fairly small haul this month. I didn't buy much, but it was a nice little bundle there. I am planning on reading House in the Cerulean Sea in February. The other 2 are, I'm going to be writing notes, sticking them in there. I have 3 books added to my TBR. Woo. But that was my wrap up. Generally, I think this month's been good. I've read more books than I bought, but I haven't read more physical books than I bought. So, you know. But it's fine. I DNF'd a book. I DNF'd a book this month. You know. Proud of that. Didn't try and put myself in a reading slump. So, yeah. That is my wrap up. These wrap ups are going to be quite short. They're going to be quite, you know, uneventful. She says that. You never know. They might be really eventful next month. But generally, they're going to be quite short. Oh, favourite book of the month. Favourite book of the month is Finale. Although I loved Vampire Academy, I don't count rereads towards my favourite book of the month. So Finale has been my favourite book of January 2022. So I'm very excited. This can actually get back up here now. You gonna fit? Come on. You fitted in there before. Come on. There we go. It fits. So yeah. Finale was my favourite book. Least favourite book was definitely the book I DNF'd, The Duke and I by Julia Quinn. I definitely feel like that's, I mean, it was a DNF, so it's definitely my least favourite book. So I'm looking forward to February, seeing what that brings. I've already read one book in February, so that's off to a good start. So we'll see how many of the books I read. Bring on February. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.